our advisor, Sir Carmen Tiago, and Sir Leonardo Canaro, our executive. Today, we are thrilled to present to you our narrative report entitled Internship Report on North Fish or Trans-Channel Mariculture Practice at Sierra del Norte Elder Corporation in Panta, Pangasinan. I am Anthony Pacao and I will guide them to the with me, Matthew Bisita and Noel Zamora. For the short background of the internship, a total of 240 working hours were successfully accomplished, where it was started conducted on June 3 to July 5, 2025. The schedule of activities were started at 7 p.m. to 3 p.m., a total of 8 hours per day, which includes weekends. Hands-on training in Northfish Mariculture is the full exposure focus, from nursery to grow-up processes, fried stocking and feeding management, figurine collection and transfer from pan to cages, cage preparation, stocking and harvesting, and sorting and handling. For the description of the area of internship, Sierra del Norte is a registered corporation located at Poblacion in Panta, Pangasinan, led by Sir Alex Isoriano, served as Chief Operation Officer. A total of 5 stations of Sierra del Norte, which is located at different locations, Actual, Pangasinan, Anda, Infanta, and Quezon Province. There are different area and facilities managed by Sierra del Norte, Infanta. These are the major area and facilities. The garden compound, which is located in the office and the warehouse. The cage site, washing and milling area, nursery ponds, which is located in 3 different areas, and lastly the C1 or the sorting area. Further organizational structure and management, Sir Alex as Chief Operator, Sir Erwin Enriquez, the site manager of Infanta, Ma'am Andal Dondalan, the admin secretary, and also Ma'am lecturer of Scopenia. Sir Patrick Legazpi, the plant technician and assistant area manager, Ma'am Mary Nalaga and Ma'am Felicia Santos, and Sir Jesse Pilingil, the grow-out technician who guided us for the entire duration of the internship, and Ma'am Gab Garcia, the transition technician. For the species culture, milkfish or the trans-channel or in local name bangus is one and only species culture in the area. And for the morphological characteristics, milkfish has a streamlined multiform body, elongated and slightly compressed. For the color, silvery in the side and belly, and dark olive or blue at the dorsal side. And for the dorsal fin, it has the 2 spines with 13 to 17 soft rays. For the anal fin, 2 spines with the 8 to 10 soft rays. For the caudal fin, that report with scale. For the adult, the fins with axillary scales located at the pectoral and pelvic fin. For the scales, smooth or cycloid. They have no ventral scales. For the eyes, covered with transparent adipose tissue. And for the mouth, small terminal toothless with lower tooth over mouth. They also no bular feet, and the maximum length is it can up to 1.8 meters. For the distribution in the Philippines, milkfish or milkfish is widely distributed in tropical and subtropical in the Pacific from Arabian Sea and South Africa to Hawaii. They inhabit at the coastal and inland waters where temperature exceeds at 20 degrees Celsius, with adults forming smooth and spawning in marine environment. Juveniles are commonly found in mangroves, streams, and sometimes freshwater systems before returning to the sea. For the cage design, the cage was adapted from the Norwegian design, which is it has a circular high-density polyethylene floating cage. For the structure of the cage, it includes the HDB, with a floating collar provides buoyancy and structural stability with a diameter of 18 meters and a radius of 9 meters. And a water depth of approximately 7 feet. And the estimated cage volume is 1.78.3 cubic meters. And the cage have a cubo for feeders, shelter, and storage of feed. It also has a main cage net protecting the fish inside the cage. Fish net to minimize fish loss, mooring for cage stability, made of polyester ropes with a 34 millimeter diameter and 27 meters in length, followed by the polypropylene rope which connected to the cage to mooring block. The distance of the cages is 10 meters to one another to ensure water exchange and good water condition. The placement of cages depends on the width, intensity, and its function. That's why they divided the cage size into 3 areas where first is the F1, second is the F2, and lastly the F3. For the F1, it has located the transmission and conditioning cages due to the calmer condition, which is good for figure leads to avoid stress. For the F2, the central part for grow out where the blowouts are located for easy access across different areas. And also the F3 for grow out. Lastly, the F3 for grow out cages to maximize water exchange since it was located in the open seawater. For the there are also 3 different pond areas managed by the Arden Norte, which is located at Nayong Infanta, Pangasinan with 25.6 hectares and 3 ponds. Second one is in the Gamang at Sambales with 10 hectares with 5 ponds, and lastly at the Bayambang Infanta, Pangasinan with 7 hectares with 3 ponds. For the brief summary of the pond, staffing is based from the area capacity, where nursery ponds are the same practices and in nursing duration, target ABW, and survival rate. Where nursing duration usually takes around 2 to 3 months with 8 gram ABW and 40% survival rate. They differ in terms of mode of transportation since the other nursery ponds have no access to the open water. That's why in the Bayambang Infanta Pangasinan they use the transport. For the pond preparation, first the pond excavation, followed by the draining and drying the pond in order to eliminate unwanted species. And next is lining to neutralize the pH of the soil and reduce possible pathogenic bacteria. Next is water inlet repair and reduction of predator and pests. After that, water feeding and fertilization to promote natural foods such as lamb. They use high nitrogen with ratio of 46:0 with and 2 to 5 kilogram per hectare. Then lastly, stocking of fry when the pond is ready. For the fry sources, there are four major sources where the primary source is from Indonesia. Second one is the from Sarangani. And in some cases, when the supply of fry is not enough, they outsource it from Bulacan, and sometimes they collect in the wild, which is in the Botolan, Zambales. For the fry stocking, upon arrival, the box containing the key box of the polyethylene box with fry being rest for 2 to 3 hours in order to recover the fry from transport stress. Next is adding of water from the pan for acclimatization, followed by refrigeration to provide proper oxygen inside the PE box. And then rest for 1 hour, and lastly the fry are being gently released in the pan. For the feeding in the nursery pond, it was done for 4 to 5 times daily, and consideration of wind direction to properly spread the feeds in the pond to avoid waste. Then some areas use both for feeding to ensure the even distribution of feeds across the pond, and feeds given is provided by the feed mix companies is P1 and P2 for fry to fingerling fish with a 50% crude protein. For the sampling of fingerlings, it was done first before connection, where it starts from holding or sectioning the fingerlings in one side. When the fingerlings are being held, the sampling begins by weighing the PE box filled with water to determine the initial weight. Next is collecting the right amount of fingerlings, then placed in the PE box. Next is weighing both fingerlings and water in the box to determine the final weight. And lastly, the collected fingerlings are manually counted to determine the number of fingerlings. And this is the sample of sampling to determine the ABW. For the collection of fingerlings, once the fish are hauled or sectioned using soft mesh net, it will not collected using tackle or both method, then transferred manually person by person under with here. Then it now gently released inside the boat with aeration. And these are the factors need to be considered for fingerlings collection. First, the month or the season, where dry season is preferred, which is March to June, to ensure the stable water condition and minimum rainfall, which is can reduce stress and ensure good water quality. Then next is the tide level. More preferred is high tide for easy access of the boat to the nursery pond, and also the salinity of the river must be seen with the same inside the pond, because the boat has a hole for open water. That's why the salinity is critical factors that may result in temperature shock when there's a sudden change of salinity. And next, the weather condition must be a favorable weather is preferred for easy and smooth transportation and collection. And lastly, the time of collection